What if I told you that curses aren't just folklore? Ancient tombs opened, and archaeologists died mysteriously. Stolen artifacts returned, and families were destroyed. Warnings carved in stone, ignored, and entire bloodlines ended. For centuries, we dismissed curses as superstition, primitive beliefs, stories to scare children. But then, the bodies started piling up. Today, we're diving into 15 ancient curses that actually came true. These aren't legends passed down through generations. These are documented cases where people ignored warnings, broke ancient seals, or stole sacred objects, and paid with their lives. Scientists tried to explain them. Skeptics tried to debunk them. But the pattern is undeniable. And by the end of this video, you'll realize that some warnings were never meant to be ignored, because the ancient world knew something we forgot. Some things are cursed for a reason. Let's descend into the curses that came true. Curse number 1, King Tut's tomb. November 1922. Howard Carter opens King Tut's tomb in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. It's the archaeological discovery of the century. Treasures beyond imagination, a perfectly preserved pharaoh, and a warning carved above the entrance: death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. Carter's financial backer, Lord Carnarvon, dies 4 months later from an infected mosquito bite. At the exact moment of his death, all the lights in Cairo go out. His dog in England howls and drops dead. Within 7 years, 12 people connected to the tomb's opening die under mysterious circumstances. Heart attacks, blood poisoning, unexplained fevers. The curse of the pharaohs wasn't a myth, it was a warning, and 22 people died before anyone started listening. Curse number 2, the Hope Diamond. The Hope Diamond, 45 carats of deep blue perfection. One of the most beautiful gems ever discovered, and one of the deadliest. Legend says it was stolen from the eye of a Hindu statue in India. The moment it left the temple, the curse began. The French merchant who stole it was torn apart by wild dogs. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette owned it, both beheaded. Every subsequent owner faced bankruptcy, suicide, or violent death. The Evelyn Walsh McLean family owned it in the 1900s. Her son died in a car crash. Her daughter overdosed. Her husband left her and died in a mental institution. Her grandson died at age 9. The diamond now sits in the Smithsonian. Donated. No one wants it anymore. The curse claimed too many lives. Curse number 3, the Crying Boy painting. In the 1980s, a mass-produced painting called The Crying Boy hung in thousands of British homes. It showed a young boy with tears streaming down his face. Then, the fires started. House after house burned to the ground, and in every case, the only thing that survived, completely untouched by flames, was the painting of the crying boy. Firefighters noticed the pattern. Newspapers investigated. Over 50 fires, same painting, always survived. The legend says the painting was cursed by the artist who painted his own son, a boy who later died in a house fire. People started burning the paintings in mass bonfires, desperate to break the curse. The fires stopped, but thousands of the paintings are still out there, hanging in homes, waiting. Curse number 4, the Bassano vase. 15th century Italy. A beautiful silver vase is crafted as a wedding gift for a bride in the village of Bassano. On her wedding night, she's found dead, clutching the vase. The vase passes through the family. Every owner dies mysteriously, violently. For centuries, it's hidden, buried, lost. Then, in 1988, it resurfaces. sold at auction with a note, "Beware, this vase brings death." The buyer dies within 3 months. The next owner, 2 months. A third owner dies within weeks. The Italian police finally confiscate it. They try to donate it to museums. Every museum refuses, so they do the only thing left. They bury it in a secret location, in a lead coffin, and refuse to reveal where. The vase is still out there, buried, waiting to be found. Curse number 5, Timur's tomb. June 1941. Soviet archaeologists open the tomb of Timur, the brutal 14th century conqueror, in Samarkand. The inscription on the tomb reads, "Whoever opens my tomb shall unleash an invader more terrible than I." The local elders beg them not to open it. They're ignored. 2 days later, on June 22, 1941, Nazi Germany launches Operation Barbarossa, the largest invasion in human history. 4 million Axis troops pour into the Soviet Union. 27 million Soviets die in the war that follows. In 1942, Stalin orders Timur's remains reburied with full Islamic honors. Within weeks, the tide of the war turns. The Soviets win the Battle of Stalingrad. Coincidence? The Soviets didn't think so. They never opened another conqueror's tomb again. Stay with me, because what's coming next gets even darker. We're about to uncover cursed ships, deadly mummies, and a mirror that kills anyone who looks into it. The pattern is undeniable. Curse number 6, the Ötzi curse. Hikers discover a 5,300-year-old mummy frozen in the Alps. They name him Ötzi. He's the oldest naturally preserved human ever found. And he's cursed. 7 people directly involved in the discovery or examination of Ötzi die under mysterious circumstances. Helmut Simon, who discovered him, dies in a blizzard, found frozen just like Ötzi. Dieter Warnecke, the rescue coordinator, dies of a heart attack. Konrad Spindler, the lead archaeologist, dies of complications from multiple sclerosis, a disease he developed shortly after examining the mummy. Rainer Henn, the forensic pathologist, dies in a car crash on his way to give a lecture about Ötzi. The curse has claimed 7 lives so far. Scientists still study the mummy, but they do it carefully. Very carefully. Curse number 7, the Delhi purple sapphire. It's not actually a sapphire, it's an amethyst, but it's definitely cursed. Stolen from the Temple of Indra in India during the 1857 rebellion, the gem brought ruin to every owner. Colonel W. Ferris, who stole it, lost his health and fortune. He gave it to a friend who committed suicide. The writer Edward Heron Allen inherited it. He immediately suffered financial disasters and health problems. He tried to give it away 3 times. It kept coming back. Finally, in desperation, he sealed it in 7 boxes, surrounded it with protective charms, and locked it in his bank with instructions. Do not open until 3 years after my death. It is cursed. The gem now sits in the Natural History Museum in London, in a sealed case. No one touches it. Curse number 8, the woman from Lem's statue. A small limestone statue from Cyprus, carved around 3500 BC. It depicts a woman with crossed arms. Beautiful, ancient, deadly. The first owner and his entire family died within 6 years. The next owner and his family, all dead within 4 years. Lord Elfont bought it. He died. His wife died. His daughter died. The statue was donated to the Royal Scottish Museum in Edinburgh. The museum curator who handled it died within a year. The statue is now locked in a museum basement, in a lead-lined box with a warning label. No one knows why it's cursed. No one knows how to break it. They just know, don't touch the woman from Lem. Curse number 9, James Dean's Porsche. September 30th, 1955. James Dean dies in a car crash in his Porsche 550 Spider, nicknamed Little Bastard. But the curse didn't die with him. The wreckage was sold for parts. George Barris bought the shell. It fell off the trailer and broke a mechanic's legs. 2 doctors bought the engine and transmission. Both crashed in races. One died. The other was paralyzed. The tires were sold. Both blew out simultaneously, sending the new owner to the hospital. A thief tried to steal parts from the wreck. The car fell on him, crushing his legs. The car was being transported to a safety exhibit when it vanished from a sealed truck. It's never been found. Little Bastard is still out there, somewhere, waiting. Curse number 10, the Screaming Mummy. In 1886, archaeologists discovered an unusual mummy in Egypt. Unlike other mummies, this one's face was frozen in a scream of absolute terror. Mouth wide open, eyes bulging, hands clenched. The mummy was never properly prepared. It was wrapped in sheepskin, a sign of dishonor. Whoever this person was, they were punished, even in death. Everyone who examined the mummy reported nightmares, vivid dreams of being buried alive, screaming, suffocating. The curator who first unwrapped it died of a heart attack within weeks. 2 assistants died within the year. The mummy now sits in the Cairo Museum, behind glass, with a warning, do not photograph the face. Those who do report the same nightmares, the same screaming, the same terror. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover cursed chairs that kill, haunted mirrors, and a tomb that's claimed more lives than any plague. The ancient world knew how to protect its secrets. Curse number 11, the Busby Stoop Chair. In 1702, Thomas Busby was hanged for murder in England. His last words were a curse. May sudden death come to anyone who sits in my chair. For 300 years, people sat in the chair, and people died. During World War II, airmen from a nearby base sat in it for good luck. Every single one died in combat. A delivery man sat in it during a break, died in a car crash that afternoon. A cleaning woman accidentally sat in it, dead from a brain tumor within weeks. In 1972, the pub owner donated it to a museum. They hung it on the wall, 6 feet off the ground. No one has sat in it since. No one has died. Curse number 12, the Myrtles Plantation Mirror. Louisiana, 1800s. A slave named Chloe is accused of poisoning the plantation owner's family. She's hanged. Her body is thrown in the river. Before she died, she touched a mirror in the house. According to legend, mirrors trap souls. And Chloe's soul is still trapped. The mirror hangs in the Myrtles Plantation, now a museum. Visitors report seeing handprints appear on the glass from the inside. Children's faces, a woman in a green turban, Chloe. Photographs of the mirror show figures that weren't there when the picture was taken. The plantation has tried to remove the mirror. It keeps reappearing, always in the same spot, always showing the same faces. The mirror can't be destroyed, it can only be avoided. Curse number 13, the Curse of Tippecanoe. The Presidential Death Curse. In 1811, William Henry Harrison defeated the Shawnee chief Tecumseh at the Battle of Tippecanoe. Tecumseh's brother, a prophet, cursed Harrison. Every great chief chosen every 20 years thereafter will die in office. Harrison became president in 1840, died in office after 31 days. Abraham Lincoln, elected 1860, assassinated. James Garfield, elected 1880, assassinated. William McKinley, elected 1900, assassinated. Warren Harding, elected 1920, died in office. Franklin Roosevelt, elected 1940, died in office. John F. Kennedy, elected 1960, assassinated. 7 presidents, all elected in years ending in 0, all died in office. Ronald Reagan, elected 1980, survived an assassination attempt, barely. The curse may have finally broken, or it's just waiting. Curse number 14, the Terracotta Army Curse. In 1974, Chinese farmers discovered the Terracotta Army, thousands of life-size clay soldiers buried with Emperor Qin Shi Huang. The emperor was obsessed with immortality. He was also paranoid. He had the artisans who built his tomb executed, so they couldn't reveal its secrets. And he cursed anyone who disturbed his rest. The lead archaeologist on the excavation died of a rare disease within 5 years. 3 workers died in accidents on site. The farmer who discovered it lived in poverty, despite the fame. The main burial chamber has never been opened. Ground-penetrating radar shows it's booby-trapped with rivers of mercury. The Chinese government refuses to excavate it. They say it's to preserve the artifacts, but the locals know the truth. The emperor is still protecting his tomb. Curse number 15, the unlucky mummy. The British Museum houses a mummy case, not a mummy, just the case, known as the unlucky mummy. It's the most cursed object in the museum. Everyone who owned it died violently. Photographers who took its picture died in accidents. The ship transporting it to the museum sank. When the Titanic sank in 1912, rumors spread that the unlucky mummy was in the cargo hold. It wasn't. But the rumor persisted because the curse was so well known. During World War II, the museum moved it to the basement for safety. The building was bombed. Every room was destroyed, except the basement. The mummy case survived. It always survives. It sits in the museum today, behind glass, with a simple label, Mummy Case of an Unknown Woman. They don't mention the curse. They don't have to. Stay with me, because the pattern we've uncovered isn't just history, it's a warning. And the question is, are curses real, or are we just cursed by our own arrogance? 15 curses, 15 patterns of death, destruction, and disaster. Every single curse had a warning. Every single warning was ignored. Are curses real? Or are they just the consequences of arrogance, of stealing what doesn't belong to us, of ignoring warnings carved in stone, of disturbing the dead for profit and glory? Maybe curses aren't supernatural. Maybe they're just the universe's way of saying, some things are sacred, some places are forbidden, some warnings are real, and when we ignore them, we don't break the curse, we become part of it. The ancient world knew this. They carved it in stone, they sealed it in tombs, they warned us. The question is, are we listening? If this video made you question everything you thought you knew about curses, then hit that subscribe button. Because this channel dives deep into the darkest corners of history, the curses, the mysteries, the stories they don't teach in school. Drop a comment and tell me, do you believe in curses? Or is it all just coincidence and superstition? Share this video, because the only way we learn from the past is if we actually talk about it. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe, comment, share. And remember, some warnings were never meant to be ignored. See you in the shadows.